Hornby have announced two of the largest Pacific locomotives to run on the East Coast Main Line as part of their 2020 range. But just what are the differences between the A2-2 and the A2-3? Let's take a look at a little bit of their history. When many people think of the LNER, they will remember the A3 and A4 locomotives designed by Sir Nigel Gresley, but in 1941 the LNER appointed Edward Thompson as its chief mechanical engineer. Straight away, Thompson made his mark on the railway, redesigning some of Gresley's non-standard classes to standardise them. The P2 class locos were designed by Gresley and built to run the heavy Edinburgh to Aberdeen trains. They had an unusual 282 wheel arrangement, which eventually caused wear to both the locomotive and track that meant maintenance became a problem. Thompson decided that the engines could be rebuilt into more conventional 462 locomotives with many of the original parts reused. The A2-2 class were converted in Doncaster, the first being completed in 1943, with the other 5 members of the P2 class moving through the works in 1944. They initially had the original P2 boiler, a diagram 106A, cut 2 foot shorter to fit the now shorter frames, with new cylinders placed where the leading wheel set once was. Most parts of the motion were retained, but the valve gear was replaced to try and improve efficiency. In 1948, the then new British Railways authorised the changing of the boilers to the more standard diagram 118 boilers. 4 locomotives were fitted with these in 1951 and 1952, with the other 2 locomotives of the class never having them fitted. Following the initial success of the A2-2 conversions, Thompson ordered a brand new set of locomotives to be built based on this design. These were to have many new innovations that could be introduced on a new build that were not economical to have on the converted P2s. The first visual difference was a move to the more conventional smoke deflectors, markedly different to the A2-2's small fins near the chimney. These better cleared steam and smoke for the driver's view. They also included improved fireboxes with rocking ashpans to help cleaning, electric lighting and steam brakes for the engine. The cabs also returned to their more traditional flat front, the A2-2s retaining their sloping front designed by Gresley to aid forward viewing. The boiler pressure on this class was raised to 250 psi from the 225 on the conversions, and the cylinder diameter was reduced from 20 inches to 19 inches. Originally, 30 locos were ordered in 1944, with 13 more added in 1945. Thompson retired from the LNER in 1946, and his replacement, Arthur Peppercorn, changed the orders to only complete 15 of the locomotives as A2-3s and the rest to his new A2 design. So, let's take a look at some of the different statistics about the locos. Both classes went through Doncaster Works and were designed by Edward Thompson. The boilers were very different to begin with, but once the 4 locos in the A2-2 class were modified, they did not look too dissimilar. Hornby will be tooling up the later boilers for the A2-2 and a standard boiler fitted with both domes for the A2-3. The wheelbase on the A2-3 was slightly longer to give more clearance between the wheels. This is not possible on the A2-2 as they utilised the original frames of the P2. One unusual feature of both classes was that the middle cylinder drove the front axle, not the centre axle as was usual on a 3-cylinder loco. The tractive effort was marginally better on the A2-3 than the A2-2, but in service this would have evened out. The A2-3 has the advantage of a better firebox, higher boiler pressure and self-cleaning smoke box to give more consistent running. So as you can see, both classes share a common ancestry, but the A2-3 was a far more capable and modern loco than the A2-2, with a look that was typical of the style that the LNER became known for in its later years. Unfortunately, none of either class has been preserved. Hornby's models are currently at the design stage and 3D prints were on show at the 2020 range review to give us a taste of what is due to be released in winter 2020-2021. I hope this has helped you decide on which class to order. Full details and liveries can be found on our website. Just follow the link in the description to order yours. And for more of our videos, please click like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click the bell symbol to be notified about all of our content. See you next time.